Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm with occupational therapy. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, awesome. Okay, well, I'm here today to do the COPM, which is the Canadian Occupational Performance Measure, and I'm going to be using this form. And first, I'm just going to ask you, do you know what occupational therapy is?
No.
Okay. Well, occupational therapy helps people across the lifespan engage independently in meaningful activities. And so, what we're here today is, and the purpose of the COPM is to measure and detect the change in a client's self perception of occupational performance over time using a client centered approach. And it's an interview type, so I'm just going to be asking you questions about things that you're having problems with. And we're going to see your satisfaction level and performance level with those things, okay?
Okay.
And so I just want to state that I'm not delivering occupational therapy services, but practicing how to give assessments. So let's get started. And so first, what we're going to do is we are going to identify some things that you would like to work on, but maybe that you're not able to do at this time. And so what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to go through these sections with you, and these are going to be the sections that we identify the problems that you're having. And so the first section is self-care, and so self-care includes occupations aimed at getting ready for the day and getting around. In the COPM, we measure 3 aspects of self-care. So the first one is personal care, functional mobility, and then the last one is community management. And so I'm just going to ask, what type of problems are you having with personal care? And so that's anything from bathing or dressing or, putting makeup on. So I just want to know what your morning routine is like and if you're having any trouble.
Not a whole lot of problems. It's just a lot slower.
Slower, okay.
And
standing
for,
longer a long period of time.
Right.
Okay.
And maybe bending.
So is dressing hard or bathing, like getting in and out of the shower, a little difficult for you?
A little. I just take it real slow.
Okay. Okay. What about putting on makeup or anything like that? Or is that still okay?
I can
do that.
I
Okay.
can
And so for functional ability, so that's more of just walking around, getting in and out of bed and things like that. Do you have any trouble there?
Well, walking, for long periods of time is a problem.
It gets tiring.
Right. And getting in and out of bed, kind of learned how to manage that.
Okay. Is it something that you think you could work on? Just
probably.
Okay. Okay, and then community management is the last section for self-care, and so that is more of driving and grocery shopping and things like that. Is there any trouble there?
Well, again, it goes back to, standing or walking for long periods of time. Getting in and out of the car
is
hard.
Okay. Are you able to do it on your own, or do you need some assistance with getting in and out of the car?
Most of the time I can do it on
your
my
own. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to go to the next section, and that is productivity. And so productivity includes occupations aimed at earning a living, maintaining home and family, providing services to others, and or developing one's capabilities. So the COPM measures 3 types of productive activity: paid or unpaid work, household management, and school or play. And so first we'll look at paid or unpaid work. What do you do?
I do work and do some filing and computer work.
Okay.
And mainly the biggest problem is for sitting
For
long periods of time.
Okay. And is typing okay for you?
Typing's okay.
Okay. And so next we're going to look at household management. And so that's things more of just cleaning, laundry, anything like that around the house. Cooking. Is there any trouble there that you're having?
Well, when I'm cooking, if it takes a while and I'm standing in one spot,
that's difficult for you. Okay.
It gets very tiring.
Mm-hmm. And are you able to do laundry and clean around the house?
Mostly, yes.
Okay.
I can handle most of it. If I don't have to do any bending or squatting or anything like that.
And then the last one is school or play for that section, and that I'm just going to put it in A there because that doesn't really apply.
No, it's been
to
a while since I went to school.
Yeah. And so the last section that we're going to look at for your identified problems is leisure. And so leisure includes the occupations performed by an individual when freed from the obligation and to be productive. The COPM includes quiet recreation, active recreation, and socialization. So quiet recreation, that's things like reading, working on word puzzles, watching TV, things like that.
There's no problems there because I just get in my recliner
and do it,
and do it.
And then the next one is active recreation. So that's things like going out and being active in the community, exercising, traveling, things like that.
Well, traveling, I just can't ride for long periods of time. It has to be short trips. And most of that has to do with just sitting.
And the fatigue.
Yeah.
Okay. And exercising or anything like that, I guess that's just hard for you to do at this time.
Right.
Right. And then last thing is socialization, is going out with family and friends or, helping with them. Is that any problem for you?
No, so far I've been able to go to church and go out to eat with friends.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, now that we've identified those problems, we are going to rate each one in terms of its importance in your life. And so the importance is rated on a 10-point scale, and so I have this for you just so you can look at for reference. And so 1 is being not important at all, and 10 is being extremely important to you. And so first, what we have under self-care is shower or slower standing difficulty, and so that's when you're dressing sometimes and bathing, it's just slower, and you're having a hard time because of that bending and stuff. And so what would you say that importance?
Extreme.
So 10. Okay. And then, so walking, the walking and functional mobility, and then getting in and out of bed.
That's probably a 10.
A 10 too. Yeah, that would be pretty important. And then what about things just like grocery shopping for long periods of time or getting in and out of the car.
I'd say a 9.
A 9, okay. So now we'll go to the productivity, and so you're working, so that's sitting for a long period of time, and you're filing, and so your work. How important is that to you?
That's probably a 10.
And then things just like the cooking and things like that for household management.
Probably 10.
It's important, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Eating is important.
Yeah. And so for leisure, so your quiet recreation, no problems there, but the active recreation. And so what about you identified traveling just because of the long period of time and or exercising? How important is that?
Probably about an 8.
All right. So now that we have identified the problems that you're having difficulty with, I'm going to ask you to choose 5 of these problems that seem most important to you that we could really focus on and work on. So out of the dressing and bathing, the walking for long periods of time, the getting in and out of bed, the grocery shopping or getting in and out of the car, the working, the cooking, or the traveling and exercising. Which one would, or which 5 are the most important to you?
Probably personal care is very important. Functional
Mobility.
Probably the working, trying to work.
And you can pick it up to 5 if
Okay.
there's not 5. If there's just 4, that's okay.
Okay. In the household management.
Okay. So now that we've identified those 4, I'm going to ask you to rate these 4 on a performance and satisfaction scale. And so first we'll do performance. And so this is looking at how you would rate the way you do this activity now. So currently. So 1 is you're not able to do it at all, or 10 is that you're able to do it extremely well. And so if we're looking at the self-care, so bathing and dressing.
Probably 8.
8. Okay. So next we have the functional mobility, so walking and getting in and out of bed.
Probably 7.
Okay. And then we have the working, so job.
Probably 7.
Okay, and last you identified household management, so the cooking and cleaning around the house.
Probably 8.
8, okay. And so now we're going to look at satisfaction of these identified problems. And so 1, not being satisfied at all with how you're doing, the way you're doing this activity now, and then 10, being extremely satisfied with the way you're doing this activity now. So we'll look at self-care.
I guess a 9.
A 9. And then we have the functional mobility, so the walking, getting in and out of bed.
7.
And then we have your work.
7.
7. Okay, and then last we have your household management, so the cooking and cleaning and things like
Probably.
that. 8. All right. Thank you. And so now we have completed the assessment form and all the questions that I've asked for you. And so really, I will look at the scoring of this. And so from the problems that you have identified, we'll figure out what we can do to help you get back to those things and make you feel more satisfaction in your performance level. Hopefully that will go up and increase.
Good.
And so after a certain period of time, we will do a reassessment to look to see if we made a difference. And my job as an OT is to come up with goals to help you get back to those things. And so whether that's working on your fatigue and energy conservation or providing adaptive equipment for you. So thank you for your time and thank you for answering questions. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't hope so.
All right.
Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you.